Hello friends, and welcome to my kitchen. First, break 2 eggs into a small bowl. Give them a quick whisk. Friends, please write in the comments, what country and city are you from? It's very nice to know that we can communicate all over the world, and set those aside for now. Next, take 2 pounds or 900 grams of peeled potatoes. Cut them into small pieces, just like this. Toss them into a large saucepan. Once the potatoes are in, pour in enough water to cover them. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. Give it a quick stir. And set the pan on the stove to cook for about 25 minutes. We want the potatoes nice and tender. While the potatoes cook, we'll move on to the filling. Melt half a stick or 60 grams of butter in a frying pan over medium heat. Once it's melted, finely chop 1 onion. Friends, if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about new similar recipes. Add it to the pan. Let's give it a stir and let it cook until the onion softens. Now, grate 1 carrot. If you have any questions about the recipe, write to me and I will answer as soon as I see it in the comments. Add it to the onion. Stir everything together. Season with 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Let it cook for a few more minutes until everything is nice and soft. Then we'll remove it from the heat. Now that our potatoes are done, check with a knife to make sure they're tender. Perfect. Let's drain the water and transfer the cooked potatoes into a large mixing bowl. Take a potato masher and mash them until smooth. No lumps. Once the potatoes are mashed, We'll add the sautéed onion and carrot mixture to the bowl. Next, chop 1 bunch of parsley. Friends, I'd be happy if you could give this video a like, as it's the best reward from you. Add it to the potatoes. Then pour in the 2 eggs we whisked earlier. The eggs will help bind the potato mixture. Finally, add 5 tablespoons of flour to help thicken the potato base. Mix everything thoroughly until you have a smooth mixture. Now let's move on to the chicken filling. Melt another 1/2 stick or 60 grams of butter in a clean frying pan. Finely chop 1 onion. Add the onion to the pan and let it soften. Grate 2 cloves of garlic on a mini grater. Add that to the onion. Stir it all together. Next, finely chop 1 large chicken breast into small cubes. Add it to the pan. Stir and let the chicken cook until it's browned. Once the chicken is cooked, chop 6 mushrooms and add them to the pan. Let everything cook together for about 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. Season the filling with a pinch of salt, black pepper, and oregano. Then pour in 3 fluid ounces, 100 milliliters of cream. Stir and let it simmer for 5 minutes. Remove the filling from the heat. Grate 3 ounces or 100 grams of cheese. Stir the cheese into the chicken and mushroom mixture. This will make our filling creamy and delicious. Now that both the potato base and the filling are ready, let's form the patties. Lightly dust a board with some flour to prevent sticking. Take a spoonful of the potato mixture and shape it into a small round on the board. Use your fingers to create a little well in the center. Now spoon some of the chicken filling into the well. And carefully shape the potato mixture around the filling, forming a patty. Press gently to seal it. Heat some olive oil in a frying pan, enough to cover the bottom. Place the patties in the pan and cook them on low heat. Let's make a quick yogurt sauce to go with them. Add 4 ounces or 120 grams of Greek yogurt Add 1 teaspoon of dried garlic, 1 teaspoon of dried onion, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. For extra texture, grate 1 pickled cucumber. And mix it into the yogurt. Give everything a good stir. And our sauce is ready. Let them get a golden crust on one side before flipping them to cook the other side. You can cover the pan with a lid to help them cook through. Once the patties are golden and crispy on both sides, remove them from the pan and let's plate them up. Place 2 patties on each plate. And add a spoonful of our yogurt sauce on the side. And there you have it. Crispy, golden potato patties stuffed with chicken and mushrooms, served with a light, tangy yogurt sauce. It's a perfect meal for the whole family. But that's not all. I have one more equally delicious recipe for you. Take 2 zucchinis and slice them into rings. Then cut these rings into small strips. Repeat the process with the second zucchini. Add zucchinis into a bowl. Friends, I'd be happy if you could give this video a like, as it's the best reward from you. Add 1 teaspoon of salt to the zucchini strips in the bowl. Stir well, ensuring the salt is evenly distributed. This step prevents the casserole from becoming too watery during baking. Heat olive oil in a frying pan over medium heat. Chop 1 onion finely. Then add the chopped onion into the pan. Fry for about 2 minutes until they turn translucent. Chop 1 carrot into small pieces. Also add it to the frying pan with the onions. Continue frying for another 5 minutes until the carrots soften. Chop 1 red bell pepper into small cubes. Add it to the pan with onions and carrots, and cook until they are tender. Then chop 1 green bell pepper. Add it to the pan. Squeeze out any excess liquid from the zucchini strips and add them to the frying pan with the other vegetables. Stir well to combine. Pour 4 fluid ounces or 120 milliliters of cooking cream into a separate bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of oregano. Mix until well incorporated. Pour this cream mixture over the vegetables in the frying pan and simmer for about 5 minutes. This allows the flavors to meld together. Transfer the cooked vegetable mixture from the frying pan to the prepared baking dish. In a bowl, crack 3 eggs, and add 4 fluid ounces, or 120 milliliters of cooking cream. Add 3 tablespoons of flour to the egg mixture. Then, finely chop small bunch of parsley. Add it to the mixture. Then grate 2 cloves of garlic. Stir until smooth. Pour the egg filling mixture evenly over the vegetables in the baking dish. Ensure it covers the entire surface. Finely chop 7 small cherry tomatoes. Arrange them on top of the casserole. Grate 8 ounces or 240 grams of soft cheese. Sprinkle it generously over the cherry tomatoes. Place the casserole in a preheated oven at 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes or until the cheese is golden brown and bubbly. Once the casserole is cooked through and golden on top, remove it from the oven and let it cool slightly. Serve the zucchini casserole warm and enjoy its creamy, flavorful goodness. Follow these detailed steps, and you'll have a mouth-watering zucchini casserole, ready to impress your family and friends. Now let me show you the third recipe for today. First, grab a head of broccoli and cut it into florets. Broccoli is a superfood loaded with vitamins and fiber, which helps keep us healthy and full. Eating broccoli and other veggies boosts our immune system and fights off sickness. Plus, they're low in calories, helping us manage our weight and stay fit. Veggies like broccoli also support good digestion and keep our guts happy. So, adding veggies to our meals not only tastes great, but also keeps us feeling awesome inside and out. Transfer broccoli to a bowl. And pour boiling water over them until they're completely covered. While the broccoli blanches, let's prep our potatoes. Cut 4 potatoes into small cubes. Melt a piece of butter in a frying pan. Fry the potatoes until they're golden brown. Sprinkle a little salt over them for flavor. Now, take a baking container and pour olive oil into it. Layer the golden brown potatoes evenly at the bottom. Then add the blanched broccoli. Next, cut 10 small champignons. Pour some olive oil into the frying pan. Fry the mushrooms a little. Chop 1 onion. Add onion to mushrooms. A pinch of salt. Black pepper. And a small piece of butter. Grate 2 cloves of garlic. And fry everything for 5 to 10 minutes until fragrant. Once the mushrooms are ready, place them on top of the broccoli in the baking container. Crack 3 eggs in a bowl. Pour in 1 cup of milk. Whisk them together until combined. Add 4 tablespoons of flour. One teaspoon of baking powder. Two tablespoons of Greek yogurt. One teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And 1 teaspoon of oregano. Beat until smooth. Pour this mixture over the casserole in the baking container. Grate 5 ounces or 150 grams of soft cheese. Sprinkle cheese on the top of casserole. To make the cheese crust crispy, add 3 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. Pop the casserole into the oven preheated to 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius, and bake for 25 minutes until golden brown and crispy. While the casserole bakes, let's quickly whip up a delicious sauce. Add 4 tablespoons of Greek yogurt in a bowl. Grate 2 pickled cucumbers. Add them to the bowl. Squeeze 1 clove of garlic. Finely chop 1 bunch of parsley. And also add it to the sauce. Once the casserole is done, remove it from the oven and let it cool for a few minutes. Then slice it up. And plate it alongside the flavorful sauce. And there you have it. Our mouth-watering broccoli casserole is ready to be devoured. Let's dig in and enjoy. Thank you so much for cooking with me today. If you enjoyed this recipe, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time with another delicious recipe. Happy cooking.